Good evening, everybody. Well, what a start to the show. I've realised that Spirit hasn't guided me to a poem, and we're 2 minutes late, which is completely unusual for me because I'm never that late. So, I hope you're all well. Rich will be drawing up some names in a minute. We'll get to do some hellos. And I've said to Spirit, if you've took away my little poem that we always do, what are you going to do? And they've just given me a nursery rhyme. So obviously we're going to be talking about nursery rhymes. So if you are new, by all means, drop down a hello. Let us know how you are, where you are. Let us know if you're new to the channel, new to me, new to Richard. Just let us know who you are and we will do some hellos and then we'll go into my little poem. Now, what I will say whilst you're starting to come back and comment, please, there is no need whatsoever to give any stars. It's just part of the Facebook type of setup. We as SPTV, we as mediums, we as presenters, we as in Richard, we do not look for any payments. And well, I might explain who you are later, Richard. I want Richard's going. Yeah, okay. He's like, Richard is just a what a guy. You poor look, it's already started. It's already started. Well, Richard is the producer. He stopped me mid-flow. See, and if you're new, this is what we do. Richard and I have a bit of a banter, and you and I have a lot of banter. So anyway, as I was saying about my stars, our stars, we do not want any stars. SPTV is 100% free. Every single presenter does offer their time for free. We want for this channel to continue to grow and support the spiritual world and the community, and obviously yourselves, because you are our community. We do have a VIP opportunity where you can give a small donation monthly, and that does give you access to special events or competitions, and no doubt Richard will put the details down before. Now, as I said, Richard is our producer. I jokingly call him my digital spirit guide, or generally a what's it. So I hope you don't mind a bit of banter. I was going to say that, Richard, but I was being nice. Richard said a pain in a bleep, 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 but I was being nice. Anyway, he probably thinks I'm a pain in a bleep, bleep, bleep. Anyway, so right, let's do some hellos. And then, like I said, there's normally a poem, but Spirit didn't guide me because it's been one of them days. So they said, use a nursery rhyme. So we're going to do that in a minute. So, right, Richard, can we have some names so I can start saying hello? And remember, if I don't get to say hello to you personally, please know that I am saying hello to you all. Right, okay. Hello, Suzanne Newcomb, and I can see you on Facebook. Now, please note that Facebook has been a bit wibbly wobbly recently. Now, what I always say is if you're watching Facebook, it gets wibbly wobbly, you can pop over to YouTube because SPTV airs on YouTube. And if YouTube is wibbly wobbly, you know you can come back to Facebook and watch Facebook here. So, hello, Suzanne. Lovely to see Susan. Lovely to see you. Okay, Richard's just sort of saying we're having a bit of a techie problem. That's fine. I'll let him do that bit. I told you it's going to be one of them days. Spirit is being a cheeky. Hello, Alice. Lovely to see you. Hopefully, by all means, keep commenting and let us know where you are. Hello, Diane. Lovely to see you with all your butterflies. Hasn't it been beautiful seeing all the butterflies? Oh, that was a lovely thing that happened to me in the week, and I'll let you know about that one. Hello, Kerry. Loving all the little heart emojis. Richard is just trying to get YouTube comments sorted out. Hello, Kerry. Lovely to see you. By all means, as I said, please comment below when we start opening up to mediumship. And Stacey's put the producer, not Claire Spirit Guide. No, Richard is our digital producer, my digital spirit guide. He helps me when it comes to songs. Hello, Judy. Loving all the colours. I'm guessing that must have some meaning, my dear, to your hearts. Let him, Richard, just bring some more comments. That's all right. That's all right. Richard's in the background sorting things out. I do not envy him the job he's got to do. So I'll let him say, hello, Ju, you're new to me. Hello, lovely to see you. I'm Claire. I'm Heavenly Sprinkles. So hello. Hello, Soma. You're watching from South Africa. Wow. I hope it is nice weather up there. We've been having some good weather. Hello, Jade. You're in Scunthorpe. I know it's in the UK, but my geography is absolutely pants, so I'm not even going to try and guess where that is. Hello, Karma, Kamvia. I hope I've said your name, my lovely. Hello. That is always the biggest worry, is saying your name's wrong. That's when I start cheating and sort of saying, can I call you Cam instead? Right. Okay. I'll just let Richard do some more hellos. I know we said we've got a few problems. Good evening, Stephanie. Lovely to see you. Hello, Amanda. I'm loving the cheery, happy emoji. I hope you are well. And Tammy, loving all the emojis. I do love emojis. So I do know Richard's having some problems with the techie side of the comments. So everybody on YouTube, what's your name? Hello, everybody on YouTube. I don't want YouTube thinking I haven't got through to you. Richard is working his socks off to try and get the comments sorted on the YouTube side of it. So at the moment, out and hello to everybody on YouTube. I bet Terry's going, oh my days, dong dong dong. And hello, Matilda. Lovely to see you. All right, what I'll do is I'll explain how I work. That gives Richard a little bit more time to try and sort out TikTok, try and sort out YouTube, and then hopefully I can do some hellos on YouTube. So I'll just explain how I work. So I'm Claire, otherwise known as Heavenly Sprinkles. It's just started something 2 years ago and it's kind of stuck. I'm a spiritual medium and a psychic, but what it just generally means is I chat to your past loved ones. I like to be as honest and down to earth as possible. What you see is what you get, and I try to reflect that in my mediumship. And what that generally means is I just allow your loved ones to tell me what they want me to tell you. Some stuff I fully understand, other stuff I haven't got a clue. Like, for example, we had a really lovely one, and I've seen you since last time. I was on Divine Service on a Sunday. So you have Divine Service on Sundays. A lady had lost her nan on Friday. The donation little cups that you can get, the ones where you got that, anyway, the little ones that look like that, you'll understand in a minute. I can't think what they're called. But anyway, it turned into a trophy. So I said to the lady, look, I'm really sorry, but can you take that as a trophy? I can see it's a trophy. And the lady came to me and she said, yes. She said, my son, her son, had received a trophy on a Saturday. There is no way on earth Nan would have known on the earth about her grandson, her great grandson receiving a trophy if she hadn't been watching in spirit. So it's something really lovely and unique that doesn't make sense to me, I will give to you. And what I always say, if anything doesn't make sense, that's fine, don't worry about it. I'm either on point or you can make that connection immediately, or other times it will be something that will take away. We had that another example last week. I was giving all this lady this information. She was going, no, I'm sorry, I can't take it. I was like, all right, then don't worry. I said, I'm going to come back to you. Came a reading, came back to me, she went, actually, and I went, right. She said, do you know everything you just said? I went, yeah. She went, it dawned on me whilst she was making that connection with the other gentleman, all what you said was made sense. And I went, aha. Because sometimes we are thinking just immediate. We don't always think outside, or like we're so focused on what we want to receive, we don't always pick up the other bits and bobs. So that's how I work. You do get names, you do get dates, you do get months. The spirit have been quite well behaved. My mediumship's changed slightly. I am starting to find that they are tying finally dates and months up together. And my own growth and development is looking to see if I can be more specific rather than doing birthday, party and anniversary. That's just the Virgo in me. So I like to explain. Now, as I said, as we move into our evening, I do generally do a poem, and the poem all starts because I do addresses and Spirit uses poem. But today's been a really busy day, and Spirit didn't remind me, and there is a reason why. Because Spirit's telling me the little poem. There was a little girl who had a little curl right in the middle of her forehead. And when she was good, she was very, very good. And when she was bad, she was horrid. Now, I'm not saying any of you are horrid, but what Spirit is laughing at me now, laughing at me, my guide is laughing at me, is it's about reminding you to sometimes just be silly. And sometimes it is them things like ring a rosies, them memories of your childhood, like Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. It is just but the poem there, the little nursery rhyme, is to remind us that sometimes we take life too seriously, far too seriously, and sometimes we forget to be silly. Sometimes we forget to be childish. Now, obviously, I don't want any of you to be rotters. However, it's all about being just sometimes chilled and relaxed and just letting things pass you by and have more of an innocent approach to life, because we don't burden our children with troubles. We try our desperately hard to protect them, but we forget to ourselves that sometimes we burden ourselves and that we should protect ourselves. And I hope those that like that poem, it resonates with you. For me, what we used, oh, sorry, my camera moved. For me, it was because I used to sing it to my daughter. So, yes, so there was a little girl with a right little girl. I do apologise, it's not the biggest poem in the world, but I do know it is all about us being sometimes a bit silly and sometimes just protecting ourselves. So I can see that Richard has now been able to get onto or bring up YouTube comments. So absolutely brilliant. I get to say hello to some people. So hello, Cheyenne. I hope you're well. I see you from the US. Hello, the state of Iowa. Lovely to meet you. Let's see if Richard can get me some more comments up. Hello, Millie B. Oh, everyone going abroad, have a lovely time. Oh, Millie B doesn't like flying. Oh, I hope you're okay. Good evening, Shelley. Lovely to see you. I know she's saying hello to Richard, and Richard says good evening back. Ah, Nicola, my mum used to sing that. Well, please do take that song, because we know with the poems as well, it's about spirit can connect with you and resonate as well from you. Hello, Sarina. I hope I said your name. From Essex. So you might have noticed how I actually said Rosies instead of Roses. So I realised as I was saying roses, I was going ring a ring a rosies rather than roses. You're right, completely right, Ellie. Sometimes you've got to let out the inner child out. Completely agree. And that's what it's about. It's just being a bit silly. And that's what I like about when I work with Richard. Me and him have a good little bit of a banter. And I can see it is resonating with people, because Dee said, oh my word, my nan used to say that poem to me all the time. So this is why it was complete madness, but spirit made sense. Right. Let's go with this. Right, okay. Let's go and do some mediumship, because I've got people in spirit being impatient. So I know I want to come through. So, right, all you've got to simply do is you are welcome to put down an emoji. You're welcome to put down comments. You're welcome to put down who you'd like to speak to. All we need for you to do is make sure that you are commenting to let us know. Also, please, if you can, take some time out just to share, I can't think what I'm doing. Share. To share SPTV. Also, there may be somebody on my community that can share it to my group, because I haven't got a spare device. So please, by all means, share out. It helps us go reach other people. It helps us make more connections. By all means, please share. Please tag friends and family. I do know not everybody wants to sort of broadcast about being spiritualism, because it is sometimes a funny subject, but those that feel comfortable, please can you share out to help SPTV grow. Right, I've done all the spiel, I've done all of that. Let's get into some mediumship. Right, okay, so Richard, I know I can see the comments are starting to work, so could you please start bringing up some names? Remember, if you'd like to make a connection with an individual, you're welcome to. Right, Diane Steele, I'd like to come to Diane Steele, please, Richard. So Diane, I see you on Facebook, and I'd like to come to you. Now, I know you put lots of butterflies on there, and I talked about how I had a lovely experience with butterflies this week, but I do feel like butterflies has a relevance to you, because instantly I knew that I wanted to turn them into red admiral butterflies. So I don't know if you've recently been seeing lots of butterflies yourself, not just because of the emojis, or whether you have been seeing lots of red admirals, because it makes me feel that your lovely family and spirit are been showing themselves to you via red admirals. Okay, I need to recognize a lady. She comes through on a motherly vibe, so she does feel like she's mum. If she's not mum, she would be nan. Okay, she's starting to give me some names as well. Okay, I need to recognize buddleias. Now we all know a buddleia captures flutterbys or butterflies, but we call them flutterbys in our house. So I do know that buddleias connect and attract flutterbys, and your lovely lady in spirit uses the terminology of flutterbys. Okay, thank you very much, my dear. And she makes me feel that if it wasn't her that would have used it, family here would say flutterby instead of a butterfly. She wants to pass over the name Beth. So it's either Bethany or it's Elizabeth, but I know I need to recognise the name Elizabeth. I've also been given May. Now, May may well be a birthday, party, or anniversary, or the name May. So I know I want to pass over May. And that's a bit of a one. I've got to give you Edward or Edgar. I've not had an Edgar before, but I want to pass over Diane, Edward or Edgar. Right, let's get you some more months. I need to recognise that March is important, and I've just been told the 17th. So there'll be a birthday, party, and anniversary. Elizabeth, thank you very much. Birthday, party, and anniversary around March, and then they gave me the month 17th. Now remember, dates are not necessarily connecting to the month. I'm still working on that one with Spirit. So if it is the 17th of March, happy days. If it's not, and they're two separate ones, please do take that. Like I said, birthday, party, and anniversary in or around the 17th. Okay, thank you very much. I've also got to give the name Mary, so she's telling me that Mary's important. So I know we had the name May, or the month of May. I know we had March. What other month do you want to give me, my dear? I want to go to October as well. Birthday, party, and anniversary in October. So she's passing over these months here. She wants me to talk slow, so she makes me feel that for you at the moment, everything's been going 10 to a dozen, like going 100 miles an hour, because she's like, slow down, take time out, is what she's telling me. And she's asking me to say this to yourself as well, because she says you're going here, there, and everywhere. Okay, she says, well, you've been trying to make big decisions, but feeling like you're not. Think separate. Okie dokie. Yeah, you've been making lots of decisions. I've been trying to make lots of decisions, but feel like you're not going anywhere fast. Because she's talking to me about you slowing down and taking some time out. Okay, so you can only again make decisions based on what you've got and the information you have got. However, there does sometimes have to be a case of taking a leap of faith for you. So there must be a decision that you've got. Either you're supporting somebody, if it's not you, with like a life change decision or something that you want to do. But it's like sometimes we can't always make a decision based on everything. Sometimes we have to take a leap of faith. Okay, Diane, she's also given me the name Jennifer, so I know I want to pass that over to you as well, Diane. So Jennifer. Okay, thank you very much. What else do you want to talk about? And I've got to have a memory of a teapot, because she's just drawing me over to my teapot. And I know I want to talk about having Nan or lovely, I can take the decisions, thank you very much, either Nan or Mum always having the kettle on and oh, okay, dear, with a tea cozy over. So we're talking about proper traditional teapot with a tea cozy on there. However, now this sounds really, really weird, Diane, and I'm giving it to you because I know if I don't give something, I always end up kicking myself. And it feels more like a memory that when you got hold of this teapot had like years worth of tea stains. You don't worry about names. I'll just pass them over to you. Teapot stains. Now, I'm not saying that the teapot wasn't clean. It's just been used and used and used and used. And it was kind of like, this needs a bit of a bleach kind of thing. And she's laughing. So because it was a thing that you always done, tea. There was always a hot drink is what I'm getting on the go. Right, okay, anything else you want me to talk to her? Right, and I've got to recognise the colour cornflower blue. So either you've been looking to change or decorate your front room or one of your rooms in your house, if it's not you, somebody else around you, and somebody's been talking about cornflower blue or cornflower white. Somebody likes like a nice bluey whitish colour. So again, something really weird, really unique, just to sort of show you that they are around you. All right, is there anything else? And Diane, your lovely lady that's come in spirit is just come in just to sort of go, take some time, reassess the situation. I'll write that down about teapot, not a problem. It may well be you talk to somebody and they go, oh yeah, she always had a teapot that was overused. But her message is take time, just take time to just reassess or assess the situation. Don't feel pressure to make a decision straight away. Changes are imminent, which is what she's telling me. It's more of a case of trying to make the best decision based on the information. But there's a very much of a feel for you, Diane. Do not rush. Take some more time if you need to. And I hope that makes sense to you, Diane. Please take, as I say, please take away the teapot, because you might find it may not even be a lovely Anne. I feel like I've got an auntie coming in as well. So I've got either mum's sister, or so your auntie, or your nan's aunt sister. I've got an auntie vibe, and the teapot may well be connected to the auntie vibe. But with that, Diane, just know that they're around you, trying to give you some help and support. Deep breaths, take it slow, and go from there. And with that, Diane, I shall say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. Not a problem about the stuff that you can't take. The beauty of being online, and especially watching SPTV, is that you can watch it back later, and you can, sometimes the information comes back later. Right, thank you very much. Right, Richard, could we have another name, please? Thank you. Oh, thank you. Oh, I've got somebody likes Philadelphia. Oh, somebody's got like the food. I don't know why. At the moment, the comments are not coming up, so I'm going to take an advantage of a sip of tea. I've got a lady in spirit who loves Philadelphia, the cheese, cream cheese, Philadelphia. Okay, apparently it's got to have chives, so she likes cheese and chives. I don't even know where I'm going just yet. She's got me holding a cup of tea, loves a cheese and chive Philadelphia, and apparently likes them on like crisp bread, or like rye bread. I'm not using the brand that she's telling me. Oh my gosh, why do you bring that for? And I've got to give you the name Paula or Pauline. Right, so now I need to work out whether we've got, Richard, have we got a Pauline online by any chance? I know you can do whizzy things through searching, and letting Richard see, because we haven't. Right, okay, Richard's just said no, there isn't a Pauline online or a Paula online. Okay, let's go for it. Right, let's see, Richard, if you can keep on bringing the names up. Anybody that can take Philadelphia, because I also, okay, Bev Buttle. I want to come to Bev Buttle on YouTube, please. Bev, I'd like to come to you if that's okay, because my best friend's called Paula, and I know it's Paula or Pauline, and I don't know whether the friend's in spirit or not. I just got told to tell somebody about Philadelphia, cheese and chive, right on rye bread, and Paula / Pauline. So Bev Buttle on YouTube, please can I come and work with you, please? Right, okay, I've got to give you the name Robert. Rob or a Robert is coming through. Let's do some names then first. Lovely lady. It is a lady in spirit. My auntie's middle name was Pauline. Okay, it is a lovely lady in spirit. Okay, stop throwing loads of things to me, dear. I want to do names first. I know I've got to give you the name Robert. Thank you very much. Bev said I can work with her. Brilliant. I don't think I would have not got away with working with you, Bev, because this has got a very formidable lady in spirit. Could well be your aunt. I'm trying to find the relationship, but I'll keep on with it, because at the moment she's chatting away, telling me loads of stuff, and I'm asking her to slow down. Right, let's do some more names, dear. But I've got to give, I know I had the name Robert, I need to give you the name Graham as well. So Rob or a Robert or a Bob, I need to give you the name Graham. Okay, thank you very much. What other name do you want to give me? And I need to give you Charles. Charles. So Rob, Robert, she's in spirit, my auntie. Okie dokie, thank you. Then I've got the Graham, and then I've got the Charles. Okay, thank you very much. And I've got a Mary. I'm asking is her aunt, but I've got Mary, so I know I've got these names now. And remember, names can be up there, names can be down there. That is a development in the making. Right, okay. I want to wring my hands, Bev. So unless it's you that's got some worries at the moment, she's been making me wring my hands, you know, like when you worry. Got a bit of worry going on. And yes, you can take the names. Brilliant, thank you. She's doing quite well. Does feel like I've got your auntie with you. And I've got Bev, and I know you're obviously going to be called Beverly, Mary in spirit, thank you, Beverly, but I want to use your name as somebody in spirit. So I don't know if your middle name is somebody's name in spirit, or whether you're named after somebody, and we don't cheat and say surnames because that would be really easy, wouldn't it? But she's talking to me. Right, let's get back to the hands, lovely. Right, she is talking to me about being quite nervous and quite anxious, and she's talking to me like she's not like that no more. So there must have been a period in her life, possibly near to when she passed, where she became a little bit withdrawn, a little bit anxious, or a little bit nervous, because she's telling me, no more, I feel I'm bright, is what she's telling me. And she feels so much more, thank you, she's talking to me, relief. Okay. So she does make me feel that there's been, or she had anxieties and worries. Okay. But she wouldn't have used the anxiety because I want to do this. And I went, we would have used worries, had some worries, is what she wants to acknowledge. Okay. Thank you very much, my dear. What else do we want to talk about? Right. That's a bit weird, dear. Right, Bev, I'm going to ask you this one. Have you or somebody around you bought a bikini? Yes, I've had a few rows and you've had a few rows. Has somebody bought a few bikinis, bought a couple of bikinis? Because she's talking to me about how somebody, if it's not you, my mum, okay, so mum, okay, I'll bring mum in as well and see what she's want to talk about as well. Bev, I know somebody's been buying bikinis and they're like, if it's not you, you've made references of it being too small or big, because I'm getting, it was an itsy bitsy teeny weeny yellow polka dot bikini. So I know we're talking about a bikini that is a little bit small, shall we say. So I'm being told that they know about this. So something very unique, very, very unusual, but it's them bits that are our golden nuggets of spirit. So if it doesn't resonate with you, please hold it, because you've got the opportunity to watch this later. Okay, so we know I had mum as well. So mum and I come through. Right, I've got to recognise that May, and it feels more like the month of May would be important. If it isn't, it would be the name May. But I've been told May's important. One day I'm going to put a petition to change the months around so we can't choose them as names. Okay. And she's telling me 7 years, Bev, 7 years, because I've not bought any bikinis. Okay, just hold the bikini part of it. Bev, when I looked at your last comment, she said 7 years. So when mum was talking about when you were saying about mum suffering with anxiety before she passed, I was told 7 years. So I don't know whether that's auntie that passed at 7 years or whether mum passed 7 years. 7 years is important. So I'm going to pass it over because, as we always say, I get what I'm receiving. Don't worry about the bikini part, because it might well be that somebody comes to you and says, oh, we're going on holiday, I've bought a bikini, and you were going, well, that's a bit small. Okay. Right, she keeps drawing me to pink roses for you, Bev. So I know I want to recognise either the name Rose would be important or pink roses for her. I've got mum and auntie blending together, but I'm being told about pink roses is important, and they're drawing my eye to pink roses. Okay, so May is my mum's middle name and it's important. Thank you very much. Okay, let's get you some more mum. My mum passed 7 years ago. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much. I'm trying to be calm because inside of me I'm really like, woohoo! But pink roses my auntie loved. Thank you very much, Bev, for feeding back. I do truly appreciate it. It does really, really help. Like I said, I'm going through my own growth, so sometimes things feel a bit wibbly wobbly even for me. Right, okay, what else is coming on for you, Bev? Let's see if we got your message right. Okay, Bev, for you, I'm being told that you need to take count to 10. You need to take count to 10 at the moment. Now, I know you've got a lovely doggy in spirit. Oh yeah, I've got a doggy in spirit, but I was going to say a lovely dog in your profile picture, because I want to recognise a dog in spirit. I've been told 3, so I don't know if that means that there was 3 dogs that have passed in spirit, or whether 3 would be the month of March. But taking you back to your message, because they're both jabbering, they're going da-donk, 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 da-donk. So they're kind of just both jabbering at me at the same time. Okay, we know we need to for you to take a deep breath and sort of just take some time, is what I'm being told. Okay, you can only do so much. So there's a feeling that you're trying to make changes around for somebody else or give some advice, because they're telling me that at the moment it feels a little bit like you're hitting your head against a brick wall. And what they're telling me and what they're asking me to pass on is that not to get too frustrated about this. You can only help those around you if they're open to be helped themselves, is what she's saying, or what they're saying. Okay, thank you very much. They're telling me that October's important, birthday, passing out, anniversaries. March is when my dad passed. Okay, thank you very much, lovely. They're doing really well with their communication. So I am telling you, I need to let you know that the lights flashing or the lights that are flickered in the home is them in spirit. But what they just don't want you to do is get yourself in a pickle, is what I've just been told. Please tell Bev, don't get herself in a pickle, because there is something that you want changed or you want to help somebody change. But at the moment, it is like putting a head in a brick wall. And they've just come in to sort of say, look, let you know we're around you, pass on this information for you, but they don't want you to get yourself in a pickle. So I feel like that would have been a terminology that one of them have used. Like I said, they're all kind of jumping in and saying lots of different things at the same time. And with Bev, I know it's not a massive message, but they just make me feel like actually they wanted to give you enough evidence that they're around you. So you must have been speaking to them more often to say to them, are you around me? Because it was more evidential basis for you with that little bit of that message. So I hope that makes sense to you, but don't get yourself in a pickle. And with that, Bev, I'm going to close your and October is my birthday. Brilliant. I am going to close your connection down. I hope that resonates with you. Just know that they're around you, but it is very much to show you we are around you. And with that, Bev, I am going to close your connection and send all your love from the spirit world. And thank you for taking the Philadelphia in the name. That was the first thing they said. And this is what I mean when I try to be very relaxed with my mediumship. I just allow them to tell me what they want me to know, and then I know it will go where I need to go. Right, thank you, Richard, for helping me with that one. Please, can I have another candidate? Oh, somebody's applying for a job. My wording's very, very changing recently. Like I said, my mediumship feels a bit different, so it's just a case of adjusting. It's just part of spiritual growth. But somebody is applying for a job because, as I said, can I have the next candidate, Richard? Right, okay, let's see where we are going. Somebody's looking to change a job, is what I'm being told. I've got Dad with me and he's talking to me about Dad. Dad also you'd have a memory of Dad having hard hands now, or calluses on your hands where you've been doing lots of digging. I can see also a shovel with a wooden handle. Now, remember, whoever is looking for a job, it may not be directly you. It may well be that you're helping somebody around you. All right, where are we going? Gemma Claire Miller. I'd like to come to Gemma Claire Miller. Please, Richard. Thank you very much. Richard said yes. So, Gemma, I'd like to come and work with you. I know the answer is yes anyway, because obviously you put your hearts in there. However, I want to come and talk to you. Now, Gemma, the recruitment or being a candidate may not necessarily be directly to you. It may well be that it's somebody, either you're helping somebody or even that you're in recruitment. But I know I used a candidate, so I know I needed to find somebody in that area. So if the recruitment part, new job doesn't make sense, just please hold it, because I know I've got a lovely fatherly energy coming through, Gemma. He does feel like Dad. If it's not Dad, it would be Granddad. So I will ask his dad in spirit, because it feels more like a daddy type of vibe than a granddad. However, we know when it's dads and granddads, their vibes are very much the same. Right, okay. I also want to say happy birthday to somebody. Somebody's had a birthday recently, but I want to see that, like the banners, you know, where you can put like happy 5th birthday or whatever it is. I know somebody, if it's not you, somebody around you had the party banners that said happy birthday. Right, okay. Do you know what? I need to give you the name George. I've been asked to pass over the name George. I want to pass over the name Steve. And what other names do you want to pass over? They always seem to use male names better than ladies. And I need to give Sarah. So, Gemma, can you take a dad, granddad in spirit, somebody looking to change their job or thinking about changing their job, the months that, no, the names I've given you, because they haven't given me any months yet. Does that make, and the birthday, does that make sense to you, Gemma? Just need you to come back and say, yay, nay, Claire, I haven't got a clue what you're talking about. And then I'll know whether I'm still on the right connection with yourself. So I'll just wait for Gemma, just give her a minute to comment. You're welcome to say no, Claire. Okay, right. What I'll do is I will continue for, give Gemma one more bit of message or evidence. And if Gemma doesn't come back, she might have gone wibbly wobbly with Facebook. Okay, and I know there was a delay. Right, okay, we've got Gemma's comments. Brilliant. So I have Granddad in Spirit, my partner Stephen, I have Auntie Sarah. Excellent. Thank you very much. That makes sense. Right, okay. Just hold the job opportunity, because it could well be that your partner might be offering opportunity or you might be. So just hold that part if that doesn't make sense. And my brothers just had a birthday. Okay, thank you. Excellent, thank you. The comments are slightly delayed, which is why I'm trying to sort of be calm and allow yourselves a bit of time to go dong, 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 dong. Right. I've got Granddad in spirit. Right. I want to recognise a lady that's coming through in spirit as well. Now, she makes me feel like mum. If she's not mum, she would be Nan, but she's coming through. And she's, yeah, she feels more like mum. If not, she would be, if she's Nan, she is married to Granddad that's here, because I'm being told Granddad and this lady are connected. So that's either mum and your granddad, so her dad, or they're married, because they're telling me about being married. And my son's got the new job. Ah, there's the recruitment bit. Excellent. Thank you very much. Right. Right, we're going on about, right. Gemma, can you take somebody in spirit suffering with headaches or migraines or trauma with their head? Like, I'm just really struggling at the moment with my speech. I'm struggling with my thoughts. So I know that they're impressing upon me. I know I've got struggles with headaches or migraines, and I feel like I've also got problems with my throat. So, and it feels more connected to the lady than the gentleman in spirit. So I want to recognize headaches, sore throat, or struggling to breathe. Does that make sense to you, Gemma? Because I am struggling to say what needs to be said. Thank you. This lovely lady is making me feel like it took her a while to process what would be said to then say it. Does that make sense to you, Gemma? I just need to check that with you, because I want to make sure my mediumship is great for you, because that could well be another person that's coming through. So I'll just wait for Gemma, and I know comments are delayed. Whilst that's coming through, I'll do another bit of mediumship, and I know the comments will come through. Right, okay. Okay, right. But I am aware that sometimes, especially with the way comments is, that sometimes you might be able to resonate with it also. If you are resonating with it, please do take it as well. I'm just waiting to see whether Gemma's tapped back. Please, by all means, take. If it resonates with you and it feels right in your heart, please do take it, because it will be around you. Okay, and Gemma suffers with the headaches a lot. Okay, my lovely. Sending you lots of healing, because we all know headaches aren't very nice. Right, okay, Gemma, I need to tell you that the changes and the moves that are happening around you are a good thing. So I don't know whether you have felt a little bit unsettled due to changes happening around you, because I'm being told it's a good thing these changes are happening. Okay, I'm also being told that you can't manage. Oh, she's making me, I'm the lovely lady in spirit's making me hold my fist. You can't manage and trying to do everything all in one go, is what she's saying. So she's saying to me that there's changes that are happening. These are going to be positive ones for you, but you can't try and do it all on your own. So there must be a feeling that you're trying to be Superwoman and take on everything, because they're talking to me in spirit about you needing to take some time out for yourself. Okay, so I know that's the message that they want to pass over to you. Okay, I also need to give you the name Johnny. So I know I need to pass over John or Johnny to you as well, Gemma. Right, and somebody, if it's not now, it would be a memory, always wanted, always had aspirations to grow sunflowers, because I keep seeing lots of sunflowers. Now, sunflowers also have a meaning for me, but in this case, I want to have it as either somebody's had a conversation about sunflowers, or somebody always had a memory of wanting, an aspiration of always wanting to grow sunflowers in the garden. Okay, right. And it's, oh, yes, that makes sense. Okay, thank you very much, Gemma. Okay. Okay, and I've got to give you, Gemma, you can't have a rainbow without rain. I'm sure it's a bit, I'm sure the Richard's just gone, yes, you can. I'm sure there's a proper phrase, isn't it? There is the proper quote, because they're talking to me about the fact that for you, and it is more for a symbolic meaning, and there is the proper quote, you can't make rainbows without rain. Yes, that was me with the sunflowers. Okay, you can tell it, because what they're talking to me is that sometimes you have to go through some challenges in order to see that sunshine. You've got to go through the stormy rain in order to see that lovely rainbow. And then I get taken to the rainbow, and I'm being told that there is a caring role. Either you're within caring, or somebody is in the NHS within the caring industry. Because ever since COVID, and we all painted rainbows for the NHS, that's my NHS sign. So I know it's, at the moment things might feel quite challenging, but there will be positives coming for you. And I know I've got to give you the NHS and rainbows. Caring's important. Right. And Gemma, really, these lovely people that have come in, they're very, very gentle. They're very, very calming. We're having a really calm night. I think it's because we all know poor old IT's playing up at the moment. But they're just coming through here to give you that reassurance. Things will get better. Try not to be Superwoman, and know that they are around you, giving you lots of love and support, especially around the headaches, my dear. And with that, I'm going to close your connection. Thank you very much for commenting back. I do appreciate it, and I send all their love to you. Oh, hang on. November's important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. I just went, we haven't done months. And no, we haven't. November's important. Birthday, party, and anniversary. Come on, give me a quick one then. April's important for you, and January. So November, April, and January will be important for you. Birthday, parties, and anniversaries for you, Gemma. And with that, I will now close your connection and say thank you very much. All right. Thank you very much, Richard. Right. I would like some more names, please, Richard. That would be really handy, please. Right. Okay. Right. Where am I going? I want to go to Cheyenne, please. Thank you very much, Cheyenne. I hope I said your name right, on YouTube. I'd like to come to you, please. Right. Is that so? Right, Cheyenne, can you take looking about changing, or feeling like you're going through a period of transformation? Because all of a sudden your emojis is telling me, I've got this person in spirit saying that there's a period of transformation that's quite spiritually going on for you. Roses would be important, and fingers crossed that it's all going to work out. And I've said your name correctly. I know it sounds really, really weird, but like I said, spirit like to use whatever way. So it does make me feel that either you're a spiritual individual yourself that has been looking about growing and developing, and has been feeling a little bit wibbly wobbly, like I felt the last couple of weeks or so with my mediumship, because there's a spiritual growth going on there. And I know I want to recognize this. I also want to recognize a tattoo. Either you've talked about having a tattoo, or somebody else has talked about having a tattoo. So then, bit Cheyenne, I want to pass over, and hopefully they make complete and utter sense to you, because they sound right to me from when I talk to spirit. But I know I want to say these bits. I'll let you feedback and say yay or nay. Right. Okay, yes, I want to make you spooky, as we say in our house, because I've now just been presented the magician. So a jack of all trades is what I'm being told. Okay, and I'm being told that you have got the skills and abilities if you so wish. So there is definitely a development and growth around you on a spiritual path. But we'll put that part away to one side because I want to know who I'm chatting to. They're just being once more tattoos. Okay, they just jumped in and went donk 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 donk. Right, okay, right, I've got a lovely gentleman in spirit. He gives me a feeling of being dad. If he's not dad, as I said, he would be granddad, but he does feel like he's dad. I want to say it how it is, because it's like I don't need introductions. I just want to come in and go, right, this is what we got, bish bash bosh, here we go, bang bang bang. And then it's kind of like, then I'll tell you a bit more about things. So he's coming across in that type of energy that he would have been somebody that walked through the door and you would have had all the news even before you said hello to him. Right, and he's talking to me about that you're similar, or there's someone, a younger one that's similar to him, that would come in, go bish bash bosh, told all the news, and at the end go, oh hello, how are you? So he's just coming across in that energy. Right, we've acknowledged how you are, sir. Can we go back to a little bit of easier mediumship in that side? Right, I don't know whether your other half has got a snake tattoo. Big grandpa, okie dokie. I always worry about murdering family members, but that would have been granddad then. Bish bash bosh, come in, say how it is, and then say, anyway, back to the tattoo. I've got a snake, so I don't know whether you literally have snakes or a reptile, or whether there is somebody's talked about having like a reptile tattoo, because I want to pass that over to you. So there's a snake or reptiles around you. Right, okay, thank you very much. Right, your lovely granddad wasn't necessarily the most spookiest person in the world. He wouldn't have been that way inclined. However, he said you deal with the hand that you've been dealt with. So he was a very pragmatic gentleman, is what he's telling me. He's also placing playing cards with this gentleman. So either he literally did like to play poker, rummy, blackjack, or whether he is just literally talking about how you have to deal with the hand you've been dealt with. Okay, what he's telling me though is for you, Cheyenne, he said you are I'll have a look into it. Okie dokie, not a problem. He's telling me that you are a lot stronger than you realize. Okay, thank you. He said to me, and look where you were a year ago. So there must have been a time a year ago where you thought that things were really, really challenging or really, really difficult. And he said, because you've overcome them. So there must be a feeling that either you're supporting an individual that's struggling, or you're just having a bit of a, as I said, a bit of a moment, because he's talking to me about, okay, thank you very much. Talking to me about how a year ago you didn't think you'd be where you are now, and look how far you've come. So he wants you to have confidence that you can overcome any challenges, he's telling me, and any hurdles you may be feeling now. Because as I said, a year ago, you wouldn't have realised that, you wouldn't have believed it. Okay, I need to give you the name Sally. Sally, it sounds more like a Sally. Definitely hard type. Okay, thank you very much. Sally is what I want to, I keep saying that name, so I'll just say, I won't say it anymore. That name I just said. Okay, thank you very much. What other name do I want to go? I want to give an Adam. So I'm going to say it one more time. Sally and Adam. Okay, thank you very much. And I want to pass over, what other name do you want to give me? I want to pass over Frank. So Sally, Adam and Frank is what I want to pass over to you. Can I have some months, please? Right, I need to recognise December, birthday, party and anniversary. So December would be important. I want to go all the way to February as well, birthday, party and anniversary. And I also want to, what other month do I want? I want to go to July. So December, February and July. Birthday parties and anniversaries. Okay, I want, what other month? You want to give me a date? You want to give me a date? I need to give the 24th. So that would be a birthday party and anniversary in or around the 24th. So I want to pass that over to you as well. Remember, it may not be tied to the months I've received. It may be a completely different date in the calendar. Okay, thank you very much. Wow, what else do you want to talk about? So, Cheyenne, I don't know if you can. No, Cheyenne, I want to pass over a chuckle regarding growing plants because I've got a little tea rose indoor plant. God knows how long it's going to last in my home because he's laughing, saying that you would be similar, that okie dokie, that you would be similar, that indoor plants don't necessarily always last under you or somebody around you, because he's tell him I know about the indoor plants and they're not surviving, and then he makes a joke about how long's mine going to survive. Okay, right. He's also saying that he wants you just to keep. Okay, thank you. He wants you just to keep going. Just keep going is what he's saying. You are a lot further along than you realise. There is this period of transformation for you, Cheyenne. There is this period of growth and development that's within you. Doesn't have to be spiritual. It can be like work, education, but he wants you to keep going. Okay. Can you stop doubting yourself and just go with the flow? So I don't know if you're a bit of an overthinker. Certainly am I, one of them. But I'm being told don't overthink it. So there is definitely some change, growth, development happening around you, but he wants you just to go with the flow and don't overthink it for you. Okay. And I need to give you the name Thomas. Okay. For roses, and of course they didn't live for very long. I'm glad that makes sense. Like I said, they'll show me a vision of point me to my roses, and it can mean all manner of things. The rose, its name, the actual flower, me probably not keeping it alive for more than a week. But I know if it makes sense, then please do take it. Right, and very quickly, Cheyenne, I want to chuckle about nails. So I want to chuckle about now if you're a beautician or whether somebody wants to have their nails better or growing in there, because it's just telling me we know about all these little things that are happening in there and around you. Definitely go with the flow, Cheyenne. So with that, I'm going to close your connection and say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. Please, whatever you're doing within your growth and spirituality or work development, go with the flow. You're meant to be where you're meant to be. They're supporting you. And with that, I shall say thank you very much for allowing me to work with you. And I shall close your connection. Thank you very much, Cheyenne. Right, let's switch over. We're going to adverts. Right. Stay tuned. We'll be back in a few minutes.
My Spirit Life is a free online interactive magazine for those who have an interest in improving their spiritual lives. Authors can upload images, videos, and audio clips to their own articles. The public can place comments, rate the article, and follow the author. All articles are vetted before being published. For more information and to place your own article, please visit myspiritlife.co.uk.
Are you planning a paid spiritual event, or looking for something to do this weekend? Then visit myspiritualevents.com. You can browse the listing, view the event details, watch a YouTube clip, look at a mini gallery, select dates and times, pay for tickets using PayPal or your debit card. Organizers can register for free and start selling tickets within minutes, be it for their online or in-person spiritual event. As an organizer, you will have access to your own admin dashboard, which will display information such as your income and your bookings, all in a simple and user-friendly display. It's free to use. Join and upgrade to an organizer. Come and visit us at myspiritualevents.com.
This coming Thursday from 11 a.m. UK time, Spiritual Communication and Hypnotherapy Daster. This special VIP event is hosted by Nick Brown with guest Glenda Marie and David Carson. For more details, please visit the VIP Lounge. If you want to become a VIP and join in with our special events, then visit sptv.uk.
Hello. Well, if you missed out on them adverts for 2 seconds because you needed something else, don't forget, if you're a VIP, on Thursday, we're doing a special event. It is all to do with hypnotherapy and messages from spirit. And it is with Nick. We all love Nick. Glenda Marie, who's just recently joined. And there's a lovely gentleman, and his name's gone out of my head again. Richard, what's his name, please? David Carson. I knew his name was David, but I couldn't remember it. So please, if you're a VIP, it's and you're around on the Thursday morning, an absolutely great opportunity. Unfortunately, I'm doing work, otherwise I'd come along and have a look. Also tomorrow, Deb Clark's normal show isn't on. Deb, unfortunately, is still trying to sort our internet out at the moment, so she won't be available, but hopefully that will get sorted very soon, and you'll be seeing a lovely Deb as well. And obviously we've got Bill Hughes as well this week, so we're all back again. Right, and I saw Cheyenne said, thank you very much. Oh, I'm really, really pleased. Right, let's go through with some, I'm going to do some hellos, catch up with you all. Remember, if I don't get to say hello by name, please know that I am going hello to you all, but we get some names up as well. So hello Daniela, lovely to see you. I hope you are well, watching it on YouTube. Remember, Facebook Wibbly Wobbly, you can go to YouTube. If YouTube's Wibbly Wobbly, come and watch SPTV on Facebook. Hello Samantha, lovely to see you. Hello Kylie. I'm okay. Hello Sandra, how are you? Right, somebody's had to sort out of their clothing apparently. Jojo, yes. Right, Natalie, I have a message, and it's not from Spirit, it's from our digital spirit guide, aka Richard. Natalie, can you please drop spiritual guide, aka Richard, our lovely producer, can you drop your details down, your personal details, home address and such like, via email to Richard for your book, because I heard that you want a book. So if you can drop him an email on info@sptv.uk, if you can drop him an email with your address so he can send the book out. So congratulations. Well, how did Natalie win this competition, Richard? Do tell me so I can tell the rest of the audience. So Natalie joined in one of the earlier shows, which is Nick and lovely Glenda Marie, who's just recently joined show this morning. And there was a bit of a competition going on, and Natalie put her name out there and she won the book. So it's always worth popping in on the other shows, even if you can't watch for the full time, and just see what's going on, because I love watching Nick and Glenda. They're the perfect match. I think they're fantastic. I was chuckling away, but shh, I should have been at work, but we had it on in the background. Anyway, so well done, Natalie. Well chuffed for you. Right, hello, Ellie. Lovely to see you. Actually, can I stay with Ellie Spooner, please, Richard? Ellie Spooner Payne. Can I stay with Ellie, please? So, Ellie, I'd like to come and work with you, if that's okay. Hope that is okay. Well, it's obviously yes, because you put your little emojis and things like that. So, Ellie, I'd like to come and work with you, if that's okay. Right. Who are you? You're going to start chatting to me. Let me know who you are. Right, Ellie, I feel I've got a lot of tiredness around you at the moment. Now, that feels more like within yourself than necessarily in spirit, because all of a sudden I feel really, really quite tired and weary. Okay, thank you very much. I'm being told, and I'll find out who the relationship is shortly, I'm being told that it is time now to take that break. So you've been either going at it at full steam, or whether you have just been working your socks off, because I'm being told it is time to take that break. I'm also, now I'm not saying, my dear, that you're going to go to a caravan, or there's been conversations, but I want to have memories of caravan holidays, static caravan holidays. And I want to be down near, not far from the seaside. Now, where they're placing me, I'm pretty sure it's not where you are, but it's in Kent ways for me. It's Whitstable, which is about 10 minutes drive from the beach. So that's what I mean when I say, as in location, there would be a memory of going on a caravan holiday and only being 10-15 minutes very much away from the beach. I've been tired very late, especially after I've finished my GCSE and working hard for my life. Well, congratulations, check you out. So it may well be that the caravan might not be applicable to you. It might be applicable to mum. This lady does feel like a nan to you, not your mum, but I could be wrong with relationships. I've got a very maternal connection with you, but I know I've got to give a memory of a stated caravan, 10-15 minutes from the beach. Right. Okay. Right, Ellie, I'm being told that they're really proud that you took the route you want to take, or you're taking the route you want to take. Now, I'm going to give you the A level I'm being given. By all means, please, if it's not right, don't worry about it. It's just it's what I'm getting. It's like if you've chosen to do something completely out in a different direction. So like, for example, what I keep getting is psychology. So counseling, psychology, understanding people, how they work, that type of vibe. Great characters, great memory of we all remember. Okay, and my aunt lived near the beach while in rehab. We also went on holiday with her in a caravan site. Brilliant. So that makes sense. I'm glad that makes sense. But I am being told in spirit, they are so chuffed that you are taking yourself down a direction that you want and that you are passionate about. And it does feel about a caring, psychology, understanding people is what I'm being told. So that's what I'm getting. If it's not exactly that, it is a passion that you want to do. That is a passion that I like to do, obviously, with my mediumship. Right, okay. I've got to recognise a strong accent. Now, not necessarily an Essex accent, but I know I've got to recognise this lady in spirit had a strong local accent, because the way I said have was not my usual way, which means I know when they impact me like that, they give me a strong accent. So I know I want to recognise a strong accent for you as well, Ellie. Right, let's get you some months. Right, what month are we going? We've had that a lot. I've got to give you the month of May. So I'll read that comment in a minute. Let's get me my months out of the way, because otherwise I end up jumping around everywhere. May is important if it's not the name, birthday, passing, anniversary. Thank you very much. June's important if it's not the name, birthday, passing, anniversary. And September's important, birthday, passing, anniversary. So May, June and September would be important. And we're having a conversation about psychology and counselling on Saturday. I was getting really interested in studying it. Right, excellent, because this is about your message for you. It's about you doing something that you're really passionate about. We've all got lives, we've all got to pay the bills, we've all got to do things like that. But one thing I have learned from my own journey is do the things that you are passionate about, because you're always going to succeed. So what they're coming through is make sure that when you're looking and thinking in your future, it's things that you are passionate about, things that are going to get you excited, because you're likely to succeed at that. Okay, Ellie, though, I don't know if you've been talking about going running, or whether it's a bit like, right, now you're focused and you've done all your GCSEs and you're thinking about your future, it's some downtime for you, because all of a sudden I want to stick a pair of running trainers on you and get you out and pounding the street and releasing some of this stress as well. So this lovely lady's talking to me about it'll do you good to get out. Now, I'm not saying go running. I've done it. It's traumatizing, really, but I still commend anybody that can do lots of running. So I know I want to do lots of running and pounding the streets. And Ellie, I'm being given a memory of acorns, or the one, yeah, I'm sure they're the acorns, acorns and is it the little furs, the ones that Richard's going to have to help me on this one, you know, the little things that come off the trees when it opens up. It used to rain or it'd be dry, and when it would close, and they're called furs, aren't they, Richard? Do you remember? He's going, you're as helpful as a chocolate teapot, you are, Richard. Right. Richard's just gone and told me that a chocolate teapot is helpful because you can eat it. That doesn't help me. Pine cone. It's a pine cone. Spirits just helped me. You just went, Right, I'm not talking to Richard. Okay, I'm going to read Ellie's comment, and I'm coming back to the pine cone. Your lovely lady in spirit gave me the answer. Shush. But I've been trying to convince myself to do more exercise. I was talking about Jim and about my sister. I also do it a real rogue at my aunt when she was alive. Okay, so this lovely lady could well be your aunt. I just know it's a lady's energy. Okay. Well, get yourself out walking if you really have to. Anyway, getting back to my pine cone, I want to, oh, there, pine cone. I want to give you a memory of picking up the pine cones. Ones that obviously I'm sure when it's dry, they open up, and when it rains, it closes. And you must have collected them either with your aunt or with a family member, because I want to put a couple of pine cones and I want to put them on a window ledge. Now, if that doesn't make sense or doesn't immediately connect with you, that's fine. Please hold on to it, because you might find that somebody talks about pine cones, or you might find out you used to collect when I walk in the park, brilliant. But you might also find that you still start seeing pine cones again. So as you know, excellent. Thank you very much. And Ellie, all they're lovely coming through is that they're watching you, and they just want you to make sure that you are doing what you are passionate about. Okay, let's give me some names as well. I need to give you the name Margaret. Margaret's there for you. Now, it feels more spiritual than here, but more in spirit than here, but Margaret's there. Right, okay, whatever. I need to give you the, there's an old name. There's an Albert, Alan, but that's in spirit. That's definitely an old name. Okay, thank you very much. What other name do you want to give me? Right, I need to give you the name John as well. So I know I've got them names are passed over. Somebody around you talked about having a motorbike or wanting a motorbike or memories of motorbikes, because I've got to put in there spirit are like, really? So I don't know who within your family has been talking about getting a motorbike. If it doesn't make sense at the moment, hold it. There will be a conversation about somebody wanting a motorbike if they've not really got one. And I need to give you, what month you want to give me a date? I need to give you the 8th. So there'll be a birthday party and an anniversary in or around the 8th for you, Ellie. So just a little bit more evidence for you, my dear. And what I'm just being told, okay, that's right. That's hopefully you've got to take away and put in your shopping bag, spiritual shopping bag. Just, they're really proud of what you've done. Now is for some downtime for yourself. And now is very much about you thinking, what's your passion? Where do you want to go? Because you've got to make sure that what you're doing in life you enjoy as much as pay the bills, unfortunately. And with that, Ellie, I'm going to close their connection and say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with him. It did feel more like an aunt in the end, but as long as you know who I was chatting to, that's the important thing. And I will say thank you very much for allowing me to connect with you. Right, Richard, can we have some more names, please? I haven't done any singing. Richard's been, yay! Richard's being sarky. We can have some names. The next thing you know, he must have had the baby book out or something, because he was just like listing out loads of names down there. Thank you, Richard. I quite agree. The viewers' names, please. Right. Okay. Bernadette Collie. I'd like to come to Bernadette, please. Connolly. Bernadetta. Bernadette. I worry about saying your name. I get in trouble. I always worry in spirit. Right. Okay. So Bernadette Connolly, I'd like to come to you if that's okay. Right. I've got a gentleman in spirit. Doesn't feel like, he feels for somebody of your same generation is what I want to say. Right, be easy to say it that way around than say what he doesn't feel like. He feels for somebody of your generation. He's telling me that you've been seeing lots and lots of feathers, and he's been making himself known to you. I also want to give you lots of pink. So I don't know whether you have been love the colour pink. Okay, so it's your partner last week. Okay, thank you very much, because it feels with your generation. I've got lots of pink around you, my dear, which I know for me, pink also means self-care, and also rose quartz. Okay, he tells me he likes that you've been wearing, you've either changed a necklace or you're wearing something of his a lot more now, because your partner's talking to me like it's either you're wearing, either he gave you a necklace, near to when he passed, or you're wearing something in memory of him? Okay, Richard told me to leave because I'm interfering. Okay, thank you, Richard. Right, that's because Spirit's making me do things. Right, hands on knees. Right, so I know he is pleased to see. He's pleased to see that you're wearing something that you wasn't wearing until he passed, because he's loving to see that you're wearing it. I'm passing that over. I'm not touching the necklace because that's where it feels what he's talking about. Right, okay. Right, I've got to give you the name Rose Quartz. Okay, thank you very much. I need to give you the name Robbie, Bobby. I've got an IE sound like Robbie, Bobby passing over, so I know. Right, yes to necklace. I bet you're not interfering with a microphone. Okay. He's telling me about that it's okay to change the car around. So again, gives me that feeling that either you've been thinking this vehicle's too big, or the vehicle's not, you don't want that vehicle, because he's telling me it's okay to change the vehicle around. So again, there's the, and he's telling me it's okay for you to tweak and change things as you go along. He doesn't want you to feel under pressure that you have to do everything in the home. Okay, now like I said, the vehicle is just because that's a big change, really. If it's not literally you're looking at the vehicle, it is about changing the home and making it, adapting it. But it's like you don't have to feel pressured to do everything. Okay, right. I don't know about it. That's fine. Don't worry about the vehicle. Like I said, it is just about a big change. So if we changed our vehicle, it's quite a big thing, is what he's talking about. So just don't feel pressured that you've got to change lots of things in the home, is what he's telling me. Okay, thank you very much. He likes. Okay, right. So I've changed the bedroom. Okay, thank you. He's talking to me about, for you, he's drawing to me the fact that I'm wearing a white top. And he wants you to know that he wants you to continue to be your bright, vibrant self. It's like he doesn't want you to, obviously we all know we've got to mourn, my lovely, and sorry that you have recently only buried him, but it's like he doesn't want you to lose your vibrancy. It's like he's telling me, I don't want her to just be wearing dark all the time. He wants you to stay vibrant, is what he's telling me. And it's like white. So I don't know if he loved you in a white top, or whether he just liked bright colours. Okay, thank you. He's talking to me though, he has visited you, and it's like either a bright white light, this is where we've got the white bit, or it's been like a mist, because it's either you saw him or you thought you saw something and you dismissed it, or you wasn't too sure, because he said, I'll come in and it's bright and white. So either it would have, like I said, been a mist, or like a bright white light that, like, oh, did the cars pass? Because he's telling me that he has visited you. Now, if it isn't actually as in when you're awake, it would have been in your dreams, because he's telling me I've visited her. Right, February's important. Birthday, past, and anniversary. So he's telling me February's important. Okay, I don't know what that means for a month, sir, so I'm going to give you the crystal. I want to give you the month of July is important. Birthday, passing, anniversary. So we've got February, bright white. It was bright light and gold spots. That's your lovely partner. And as much as you call him your partner, he would refer to himself as your hubby. So he for all intents and purposes, he's like, we were married anyway. So yeah, we gave you them February, we gave you the July month. What else do we want? What other month do you want to give me? October. February, but thank you very much. Birthday, passing, anniversary, February, the July, and the October. But he misses spag bowl. There's something about missing a dish, like an Italian dish, because I've got spaghetti bolognese, spag bowl. Now, it may not necessarily was spag bowl, but that's like one of our favourite household dinners in our house. Like if we didn't have that anymore, it would be missed in the house big style. So if I've got the wrong recipe, by all means, but he's telling me that he's like missing his favourite meal, and he gave me spag bowl. So I wanted, and it's to make you laugh and make you feel more upbeat, is what he wants to come round. Okay, and yes to July and birthday. Right, okay. What are you laughing at, Richard? I've just written, he hates spag bowl. Well, that's no good. He makes me say spag bowl and then he hated spag bowl. All right, then. Well, it made sense to you because instantly you knew what I was talking about, even if it wasn't he liked spag bowl. Well, he wouldn't be invited to my house then, would he? Because he wouldn't be able to eat spaghetti bolognese. Anyway, moving swiftly on. Right, okay. And Bernadette, I don't know if you thought about doing automated writing to him because he's telling me, tell her to write it all down. We can talk like that. So Bernadette, he hated my spag bowl. He's still not coming to my house for spag bowl anyway because he's a cheeky so-and-so. He's a cheeky what's it. But he is talking to me about, on a serious note, he is saying about doing automated writing. So I don't know if you've been feeling like you can't feel him. I know some of us have a stronger connection with the spirit world. Some of us, sometimes we can get little bits and bobs, but he's talking to me about doing automated writing with you, or you doing some writing. So there's something around you putting pen to paper, allowing messages to flow, messages to and from with him. So I don't know if you've been thinking of ways to communicate with him, because he's just come to do automated writing. Right, okay. I need to also give you James or a Jim. I want to pass over James or Jim. Okay, I need to give you the name Carol as well. So that's important. And I need to give you the name Mark. So these names will be important. They're either up there in spirit or downstairs. Okay, I want to write a book. Write your book and do your automated writing, my dear, because I'm sure it will all flow nicely around you. Okay. And you just pop in to say hello, because sometimes obviously they do that. My brother's James, excellent. I asked him, I said, please give me a name you can take. Pop in to say hello and to let you know that what you did see was him coming in visitation. So he has been around you, he's making himself known, but he doesn't want you to feel pressured about changing the whole house bit by bit. And with that, Bernadette, I'm going to close his connection down for you. Know that he loves you dearly, because he's telling me, please tell her I love her dearly. And I don't know whether near to when you passed, or he passed, should I say, somebody loved Ghost with Patrick Swayze, because he's given me ditto. Now, I know some of us, obviously that's when she says, I love you, and he says ditto. I don't know whether he would have used it as a terms of endearment, or whether somebody, or you used to watch Ghost with Patrick Swayze. But with that, I am going to close your connection down, Bernadette. I hope it's given you a little bit of a reassurance from him that what you did see was him. Please go and write your book by the sounds of it. And with that, I shall say thank you very much and send all his love to you. And thank you very much. Right, thank you. Right, we've come to the end of the evening now. So thank you to everybody that has come on. Thank you to everybody that shared and liked. Please, obviously, click on that notification button so you get a notification of SPTV. If you want to find me, obviously the show's called Heavenly Sprinkles. I said I am Heavenly Sprinkles. You are welcome to find me on Heavenly Sprinkles page. But I have also now just created a Heavenly Sprinkles community group where we're doing lots of little bits and bobs as well. Just another string to my bow. So if you want to, by all means, come and find me on Heavenly Sprinkles group or page, whatever suits you. And with that, I shall say thank you for being a smashing audience. Thank you for being so understanding with the IT and the delays. And I will catch up with you in a fortnight and say take care.